Okay, folks, welcome, 6 o'clock. We'll call the meeting to order. Okay, first we'll review and approve the minutes from November 20th, and November 23rd. Okay,
Yeah, remember we have budget day, the 23rd. So
The
you'll have
20
two sets.
two set, okay, all right.
They're in there, in the folder.
Okay, I need a motion to approve.
So moved.
Okay, any changes?
I had left a report, and that didn't get put on here. I had left this report, and I tried to get sent it to everybody as well.
This one here?
Was that,
No, for the last meeting.
was that for
I
the
had left
20,
my report, and it's not on the minutes.
is that for the 23rd or the 20th?
The 20th.
I wasn't here on that date.
All you had was the adjustments and the treasurer and the planning commission.
Yeah, I didn't see any minutes of this. Just have it on there.
Okay, have you got that report now?
No, I left it for you folks.
I can look in the
Or I
minutes
emailed it to you.
and
I
get them
don't
to you
remember.
and you can adjust. So you can't approve them tonight, or you can approve tonight with adjustments and we'll add Dorothy's to the minutes and then you all have to come in and sign
Okay.
the new
Okay.
printout.
Okay,
Oh,
all right, so we'll do that. We'll add her report to the minutes for the 20th, right?
yeah.
Okay, and we'll approve, tonight we'll approve this. All right? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay. There you go, buddy. Okay, tonight, adjustments to the agenda. We're gonna move this top one down to after the department updates.
Except the department updates aren't gonna be on there.
Okay, so we'll move it down to after the budget review.
Yeah.
All right, so first one up is the MERT grant discussion and decision. So, is anybody here to represent? Okay,
Dennis Casey.
Dennis, okay. Hi.
I guess a couple of updates with it. Couple of clarifications. One is, I think I said last time that the money has to be spent by the end of December 2026. Actually, if we have contractors in place but the work's not done, we can continue that into the following year. So we do not have to have it completed 2 years from now. We just have to have it in place, the contractors in place to complete the work. So we've actually got a little bit more time than that.
Do we know how much more time?
It says as long as we have the contractors in place, confirmed work by the end of the 2-year period, then we're good to go. There's no like end of June or anything.
So
like
until
that.
they're finished?
Right.
Okay.
As long as we have it buttoned up that they are good to go with this from the contractor. So we've got 2 years plus. There was a question last time about work that had been done this summer, like the lighting. And basically, we just need some documentation that has been completed, and we'll be able to move past that, and actually we'll save some of the funds that we have from this grant to continue forward with some of the other stuff that we may have run out of money for. So it's a good,
So I can send you the invoices,
that would be.
that would work?
Yeah. Invoices and any description or definition of the work that was done would be great.
And the other question that I had the last time was, if we aren't going to do something, say like, because we had talked about the car chargers before, if we were gonna do the slow chargers, we didn't really think that it was worth putting the money into them. If we decided not to do those, we don't have to do those, or do you have to do them if they're
No,
on the-
we don't, and we don't have to do that. there may be some reasons that we want to if the money is there, even if it is only level 2 charging. But, no. But it does, outside of that though, they want things done in sequence. For example, they don't want heat pumps put in if we're not gonna do the insulation in the building. You know, that kind of, so kind of sealing up the envelope of the buildings first, and then moving to do heat pumps or other infrastructure work internally. So there is some sequence to some of that, but the solar, battery backup, and car charging is all on the far end of this.
So that's if we've got funds left when we're done.
So it's really kind of following the scope of work for these projects as
Yes.
it's outlined in here.
Right. And the other thing I would say is, in reading that, there's also some recommendations for things that are not covered by the grant. For example, they found some water leakage in this building, and some air handling issues that aren't part of what this money is all about, that are worth at least taking a look at. For example, in the building here, there's no fresh air exchange. And doing that, like I said, there's some water leakage as well that they found in terms of their assessment. So it's all in their report, in the assessment that was done. And it's not money, can't use the money for those things, but they encourage paying attention to those things as we go through and do the work.
So, I wasn't here at that meeting when you presented. So who steers the ship on this?
So, Mike Geis and NVDA, helping NVDA wrote the grant. Mike has asked me to come in to help with managing it. NVDA is a partner in this. They're gonna help with framing up requests for proposals, that kind of thing, and are kind of our technical assistance piece of it.
Yeah,
Some of it falls to Mike and I. Some of it's gonna fall to Carrie and Lisa. I'm not gonna lie about that.
yeah,
Some
yeah. So,
responsibility. We can spend up to 20% of the money for soft funds for administration of what needs to happen. So we've got some cushion there to be able to pay for example, Carrie and Lisa's time in terms of going forward with it.
right, so if they're above and beyond and have to stay extra, keep track of their
Right.
time,
Yeah.
keep track of all their time they put into this,
Absolutely.
and there is a reimbursement. Yeah, I'm just, we run pretty thin here on personnel, so, but, and,
NVDA even says, we met with them, Mike and I had a conference with Carter Finnegan, who's our NVDA contact person. You can hire a clerk of the works or a project manager if you wanted. There's some money in there. She didn't have really a strong feeling one way or another about it, other than, if you've got contractors and you're good to go with it, you got somebody to kind of oversee it and kind of guide them along, and I'm certainly willing and available to do that, then we may not need that kind of expense.
but I would assume you'd want some sort of compensation.
I'm not looking for that.
You're not, but it's available if you did.
Yeah, I mean, if we
Yeah.
got into a lot more hours than I think it would take,
Yeah,
then
yeah.
maybe come
No.
back and revisit that, but I'm not looking for that, and I
Yeah.
don't believe Mike is either. We can get some money up front. There's up to 30% in what they call hardship. So towns can apply to get 30% of money up front. And hardship may be, for example, hey, we're kind of tapped out because of flooding damage and we haven't been reimbursed by FEMA yet, things like that.
Yeah.
But they also said they're gonna turn around invoices quickly from BGS, who's kind of where this money is coming from.
Yeah.
But it is available to tap into some of it upfront if we felt the need.
So do you think that would be a need, Lisa, up front?
Yes.
Probably,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah, kind of because of, yeah. So you really gotta get rolling the first of the year, contractors and
Yeah,
start.
and so NVDA and Efficiency Vermont are they've are putting some boilerplate RFPs together for some of to go out to vendors, but we don't have to use those. We can go on our own. If we have local folks who've done some of the work before, that the town has worked with, we're more than willing to go that route. They encourage a competitive bid process, but it's not required.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure it's,
And there's a bunch of these, there's 30 or 40, maybe even 50 of these grants going out statewide.
Yeah,
So
so-
there's a bunch of money out there. And so moving quickly would certainly be to our advantage.
right, right. All right. Anybody got any more concerns or questions?
I answered most of my questions last time.
Last time, okay. Charging stations, you're,
Yeah, I mean, I think,
Decide that later,
later,
Yeah,
so,
that can
yeah,
be-
see
we
what
can-
money's left.
yeah.
and we can decide what we want to do at that point too. Like if we wanted to do, like say, get some infrastructure in there, not actually put the slower chargers in, if you had the infrastructure there when we were capable of doing the fast chargers, and then you could hook those in to that, is that possible?
You mean like putting conduit in? and that
Yeah,
kind of thing?
having like everything ready, just not actually putting the physical charger in.
I'm not. This was written as a level 2. I think it would have to be done for that. I don't know if it would cover, I think we'd have to ask if we could put in additional infrastructure for fast charging.
Does it takes heavier wiring and,
It does.
okay,
Yeah.
so we have to do different from, yeah.
But I know we do, from previous conversations, we do have, the building is wired heavily enough to go with level 3 charging. So the service into the building would handle that.
Mhm. Okay. But we can decide on that when we get to it. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. I make a motion that we move forward with the MERP grant,
I second that.
okay? Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. We'll sign off on it and,
Great, thank you. There is
Good.
another form,
I have it there for them.
this one,
Yeah, I already gave it to them.
this one you did. Oh, okay, all right, great.
is there something on here I gotta sign? or-
I gave it to you separate.
Okay, okay.
I pulled the forms out, the form out and the other new form.
Deep order.
I think that one was it that you just put down. That I pre-filled in.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, they got the whole packet. But that's not the one to sign, it was that one and then the agreement one,
This one.
yeah.
All right,
Great,
Just one time.
Yeah, just a
thank you. Thank you.
thank you.
Yeah, thanks, Dennis.
If you need anything, let us know.
Yeah, keep it posted.
Keep us posted, and thank you for, well, Mike, who's not here, and for you and your effort. And
You're welcome. He'll be back. I think he's planning on attending the next meeting. He'll be back by then.
Okay. Yep, perfect. Okay, thanks.
Yes, thank you.
Okay, sheriff's contract. Do we need to do a motion on all these too? I do, yeah. Okay, all right. Okay. Make a motion that we approve the contract from the Caledonian County Sheriff's Office for $10,000.
I second that.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay. Okay, Nemrick.
Yeah, so that's the assessor services agreement. It's not a tax map contract. And I left that there on a folder for you to sign.
Yep.
Assessors what?
Assessor services agreement. And it's with NIMRIC, and all capital letters, NEMRC.
And what was the dollar amount? Okay.
It isn't the first, this
I'm
was,
not sure what
was
page
this
it's
something
on.
we
It's
looked at
in that-
on Saturday?
I
Budget
don't,
meeting?
is this? So what is the dollar amount on this? How is
Yep,
this?
hang on a minute. So, it's an hourly rate. Middle of the top of page 2, payment will be monthly at
Okay.
an hourly rate, 95 per hour for assessor services plus $47.50 per hour for travel. Services required by the senior appraiser will be billed at $145 an hour. So it's an hourly rate, it's not like
Yeah.
so much a year.
But we had budgeted for this, hadn't we? Had we
Yes,
put
we
it?
did.
Yeah.
I put in 10 hours a month, and
Yeah, okay.
that's high. I don't think we're gonna
Yeah,
need 10
yeah.
hours a month, but I wanted to be sure.
Yeah, so,
So that was included in your budget?
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, that was
Yeah.
on, yeah, that was
Still
part of.
11,400.
okay. All right, I make a motion that we approve the assessor's service agreement for 2025.
Second.
Okay, all in favor? Aye. Okay. Okay, next up, ambulance contract for 2025. An annual fee, the fee will be $56,304 for 2025. I make a motion to approve the contract for the ambulance, Woodsville Fire District ambulance for 2025.
Second.
Okay. All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Okay.
That was an increase of $3,768.
Yeah. Okay. This one. Yeah. Two there to sign. Okay. You'll have to guide me on this budget review.
Well, it's really, you're gonna have to take and look at, so it's the same form that we had at the meeting. Has the change line there on the far right. So you
Okay.
can see things that went up and down. At the end of page 9 is the general funds. So it's a budget increase of 38,000. roughly 5%. And if you go to the next chunk was the highway, same thing. And then the last page, an increase of $20,000, about 4%. So the total budget increase, 59,000, ends up 4.8% increase. The last page of the highway section.
Yep.
That doesn't include VLCT passive. When you see that in there, that's all the town's liability and workers' comp. We won't have those until next week. So it's just last year's figures put in. We did see a thing where it is an increase, so figure it's gonna be that and a little bit more.
Was the increase in the ambulance contract, is that included in this?
Yep, everything that's typed in here is included in that.
Okay.
And all the invoices that you guys will be signing is all transferred and it's all in here.
Okay.
So we can take this home with us and
Yeah.
and next meeting is when we
Yeah.
get down to the nitty gritty.
Yeah.
That work for you,
That works for me.
Bobby?
Yeah,
Okay.
since I need time to
Just,
actually
yeah, check things
review
and
and
make sure I
See
didn't
what we can-
typo something in the wrong number, so just,
Good. All right, next up, town employee wages and benefits. What do we got, Phil?
do we
We
need a
gotta go
motion?
into executive session.
You wanna do
Well-
that now, you wanna wait, you got other stuff to do, you can do that and do me last, if that works.
no,
Okay,
this is the
no,
end.
this is the end.
Is that cool? I'd like to,
I guess, yeah, what do you need
I
from
would,
us?
I would like to request an executive session for that purpose.
For insurance and wages.
Wages.
Okay. Dorothy, do you want to be involved in it? I mean, we'll bring you in when he's done,
When
you'll,
he's done, yes, that'll be good.
okay, okay. All right, I move that we move into executive session at 6:24 to discuss
Employee-
wages and insurance.
Second?
Okay, all in favor, aye?
Aye.
Okay,
So in the past, when it's just a few, you go up into the office,
Yeah.
so everybody doesn't have to leave, and the
Yeah.
camera gets shut off while we're in executive.
Just waiting on you guys.
Still here?
Unfortunately.
now.
Unfortunately, I'm
Hopefully-
still here.
Did you get some work done while you were down?
I did finish my minutes from last week. Were you guys gonna go through all the department updates and everything
No.
too? Might as well just head right into it.
Okay, you back on?
Yeah.
Okay, I make a motion to exit the executive session at, what is it, 8:46?
Second?
Okay? Say it, say
All in
it.
favor?
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay. All right. So other than that, we're grant updates, we're good there. Public. Okay, follow up, we started the orders. And you've got some stuff for the next meeting already?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I make a motion to adjourn.
Second?
All in favor? Aye. Very good.
Brad says to me the other day, blowing any hoses? I said, no,
Oh, I
this
need-
morning.